Morning, everyone. I'm getting ready to head out to my event, so let's get busy and let's go. All right, everyone, I'm bringing you in. I am going to brown up some ground beef in my skillet, and this is a ground beef that I got from the food bank on Wednesday. And instead of, vacuum sealing it and putting it into the freezer and dividing it up, I took half of it and I'm going to brown it up and make taco meat out of it for some quick tacos that are going to be coming up. And this was, I think it was 3 pounds. So this is 1.5 pounds. And once it gets cooked down, then I will, it should make, I'll weigh it out, 4 ounces, all right? Once I get it seasoned up the way I want it. And yeah, so I'm gonna bring you in and show you how I'm gonna season this up. Okay, so it's browning up really good now. And what I'm gonna do is I have my homemade taco seasoning here. Let me make sure you can see that. Yeah, homemade taco seasoning. And I'm gonna come in and I'm reusing a container, a seasoned container that I had, because I do wash these up and reuse them and put new labels on them. And I'm just going to put a little taco seasoning in there, my own taco seasoning. And then on top of that, once I get this browned up real good and I see the brown bits forming, then I'll bring you back and I'll show you what I'm going to do next with this. Okay? I do want these like busted up real good. Today has been, these last 2 days have been really stressful on me. And so I was supposed to get my rental car today and nobody showed up to come and pick me up for the rental car. And so I called the company and was on hold for 50 minutes. 50 minutes. I timed it. 50 minutes. I had to call 3 times. I was kept getting hung up on. And so I finally called another company that was in the same building, and they went over there for me. And they were supposed to send a driver over here to pick me up at 4:30. You can see it's 5:30. It's almost 5:30 now. At 4:30 I called them back and they said, "Oh, we're sending you somebody now." Okay. So I got Chico out for his walk, got him all ready, and at 5 o'clock, nobody here. So I called him back through the other company, all right? Because their service was not working. I could not get through their service. And so the other company walked back over to their office and they got on the phone with me and I told them not to worry about it. Don't worry about it, because the appointment that I had for this weekend it's already too late. And so, and plus the car that they had promised me, they didn't have. So they promised me that they would have me a car ready on Monday at noon. All right. So I'm just going to wait till Monday. I'm okay with waiting until Monday. Everything else, the only thing I had was an appointment to go look at a car, because I'm now in the market to buy a new car on Saturday. And I'm not going to be able to make that appointment. And it's just not worth me spending $15 or $20 to, they were going to give me an upgrade on the car, the rental car, but they were also going to charge me $6 or $7 more every day. And I'm like, no, just no, okay? I'll wait until Monday when you have the car ready for me that I need, that the insurance is going to pay for. Then I will go get it. I'm going to add the rest of this salsa verde to this meat. Once it reduces, all this reduces down, and I start getting the little brown bits on the bottom and along the sides, and I'll bring you back. And I'm going to have tacos tonight, but I'm going to use my romaine lettuce leaves as my taco shells. And so I'll bring you back when I have everything set up. I just got my romaine lettuce out, and so I'm going to break up these romaine lettuce, and I'll bring you back. I'm bringing you in and showing you the process that I have here. I have lettuce on my scale. It's lettuce, tomatoes, one of the baby bells that I have in the refrigerator. And now I'm going to bring this pan over here, and we're going to measure out 4 ounces of meat into my salad. Almost 4 right there. Not yet. There we go. 4 ounces of meat in my salad. And this is going to be my salad for tonight. It's 3.99, almost 4 ounces. And so I'll meet you over at the table. All right, everyone. Now the salsa is going to act as my dressing in here. And I just want it to taste like a taco. Okay, so I've got all the elements of a taco. We got mild cheddar cheese in here. We have 4 ounces of protein in here, ground beef, tomatoes, bell peppers, banana peppers, and salsa. One of my favorite things to have at Taco Bell was a taco salad. And I can make it myself right here at home. This is so good. I have my coffee brewing in the background. Yeah. I have blueberries for dessert. I'm gonna have a half a cup of blueberries, maybe a little cream in it. I'll bring you back when I get to my coffee. Good evening, everyone. Oh, I tell you, this has been a very eventful 2 days for me. Coming with the realization that my car is gone and me having to look for a new car, and that car has been with me for 15 years, okay? And so, you know, it was my baby. And so now I'm looking for a new car, using the money that they're going to give me as either buying car cash or the down payment on a car. I haven't yet decided if I'm going to buy a used vehicle for the amount that they're going to give me for that car, or if I'm going to use it as a down payment for a newer vehicle. I haven't decided yet. I do know that it'll be a sizable down payment for a new car. The Mustang was a brand new car when I got it, and it sure would be nice to have a new car again. But I have to decide on if I can find a car that I can afford the payments for the next several years, okay? And so we'll look and see. I'm going to start looking this weekend and see what I can find. I've already found one that I can pay cash for with the amount, but it's a 2013, and it's a Ford Escalade, and so, and it has quite a few miles. It has 100, no, it has 200,000 miles on it, 213,000 miles on it. So it's got a lot of miles on it. So, and I did go and do some investigation, and that particular Escalade is geared towards 80,000 to 200,000, and so it's past its prime. And so it looks like it's in good condition. I haven't gone to see it yet, but according to the pictures, it looks like it's in really good condition. The very first car that I looked at had about the same amount of mileage. It was a 2013 as well, but it was the carpet on it was very worn, and so anyway, so I have to look, okay, and see what I can find and what I decide what I want. And so anyway, so I'm going to be looking, and by the time you see this video, I might have a new car. So I'm just going to look around and see what I can find and what I feel like I want. All right. And we'll see where I go from there. My Mustang was nice, and I really enjoyed driving that Mustang. But maybe it's time for a new vehicle. Maybe it is. And so I'm going to look and see what I can find. Maybe a kind of small vehicle. I don't know. And so I'm going to spend the weekend looking at vehicles, and then you can hear Chico. I've taken him for his last walk. He's eaten all of his food, and yeah, he is fired up. Okay, he is fired up in the house, and I'm letting him run because I want him to run that energy off. So much of the time I keep him kind of inside the bedroom because I'm worried about what he'll get into while I'm on my computer. But now that I'm paying attention to watching him, I know that he's playing with his toys, so he's good to go. And so anyway, so I'm sitting here with my coffee, enjoying my coffee. I'm full, had me a salad. I was going to use that lettuce for like tacos, because sometimes I do that. Sometimes I use the long leaf lettuce as taco shells, and I actually like it that way. And it's not something that is like, oh no, I have to do that. I actually like it that way. But those were too small, and so it was just much easier for me to cut it up and make it into a salad. So that's what I did. And I used up the big romaine lettuce, and almost all of the grape tomatoes are used up. And so tomorrow what I want to do is two things. I want to start looking for a car, and I'm going to get in and prep me some salads for this next week, because I have a feeling I'm going to need it. I'm going to be going to dealerships and looking at different cars and see what I can find. And so that's what I plan on doing this next week now, along with all the other things that I want to do. And so hopefully I'll get my rental car on Monday. hopefully. Okay. And so, I'll see what I get up to later on in the evening. And now I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and finish the video right now and let you know that I do have snacks planned for later on in the evening. I have, I'm going to stay away from carbs because I've had enough carbs. Oh, by the way, what I did do is went down to the senior center at 11 o'clock this morning, and they had a kind of Go Texan day. And I don't know if you can see it, but I have a pin here, a Texas pin. Let me turn it around. There it is, a Texas pin. And it's the rodeo is kicking off. And so it's rodeo season here in our area. And if you don't know about the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, just Google it and look it up. And so we have like Go Texan days and that kind of stuff. And so that's what it was. It was barbecue beef, potato salad, baked beans, and banana pudding. Now, what I had was a little bit of everything, okay, and had me 4 ounces of the beef. And it was like barbecue beef sandwiches, but I told them no bun. And so I didn't have the barbecue sandwich. I had a little bit of the potato salad, a little bit of the baked beans, and a little bit of the banana pudding. Oh, and they had cheesecake there too. You know, the little bite cheesecakes? They had that. And so I had one of those. 1, 2, or 3, I can't remember. Okay, but I broke my diet today. I did. I broke my eating plan today, which is fine for me to do once in a while, occasionally. And so I did that. Now, another thing I can do also is tell you it's Friday and I haven't gone over my my results from this last week. And the reason I haven't is because actually I haven't looked at them myself. So I'm going to pull you over here so you can see my face. Hold on. You can see my face. Wow, look at these results. All right. February 17th through the 23rd. Was 5.8 to 6.2. And it was down 0.1 to 0.5. So not bad. Not bad at all. My fasting glucose was 122, and I was 4 days below the diabetes threshold, which is 126. I've done better, but it was up 9-point increase from the week before. But it's okay. It's not in the 200s, okay? And so I know what did it. I was eating beans last week. I was eating beans last week. I was checking to see what Chico was into. When the paper starts crinkling, I forget that he has toys that crinkle, okay? And so I enjoyed the beans. I needed the beans. My system needed the beans. And so that's what I had. My ketones were at 0.5, so they were below. I was in ketosis 4 days out of the 7 days. Monday I forgot to take it, so it could have been 5 days. Out of the 6 days that I took it, I was in 4 days. I had 2 days I was out of ketosis, and the reason was because of the beans. I know what it was. I gained 2 pounds too. I gained 2 pounds last week. So I'm doing good, okay? But this week this next week I got to get back at it, all right? This week I have been back at it, all right? With the exception of yesterday and today. I've still been walking today, but it's just not And I've been walking quite a bit. The difference is that I've been under stress, all right? And so this week. And so we're going to see, this is where we get to see how stress affects my body, all right? Now we know how cold affects my body because when it was cold, all I wanted was soup. So guess what? I'm going to have to create a soup that I can have while I'm using up the soups that I'm not supposed to be having on the shelf. I'm going to be also thinking about soups that I can put on the shelf and be shelf stable. And so I'm going to have to look at soups on the Verta friendly diet and see what I can create using the ingredients on the on Verta, and then try to can it. And so I'm going to have to take a look at that and try to figure out a recipe that I can make it shelf stable. Either that or the individual ingredients, making it shelf stable, and then I can create the soup. I do like to have, the whole soup on the shelf, but so far the only one that is Verta friendly that I can do is actually the tomato soup, and I can only have a half a cup of it. And so it's more a side than it is an actual meal. And so anyway, I'm trying to convince myself to use up what I have on the shelf. And that's what I'm trying to work through, and not like completely get off of my eating plan completely. And so they've given me permission to play around with the little things and see how it works on my body. And that's what I'm finding out, is that a cup of the bean soup is not good for me. It gets me off of my thing. So the next time I do bean soup, I'm going to do a half a cup. And then I'm going to put with it a high protein and 4 ounces of protein along with it. And so that's what my plan is anyway. And yeah, so I'm trying to use up what I have on the shelf. And so anyway, so those are the results. And I'm going to leave that at today. I'm going to sit here and enjoy my coffee. And yeah, so I want to thank everyone for coming out and spending the day with me. And I want you to be blessed because you bless me each and every day. And I hope that you enjoyed the food bank this week that I went to. And I plan on going to the food banks in the future. I'm not going to let this incident sway me from it. And we'll see where I land. All right, we'll see. Anyway, y'all be blessed, and I'll see you all tomorrow.